When handling cattle, it is vital to understand the dynamics of the predator-prey relationship. Cattle have always been a prey animal, and other than large carnivores, their most feared predator has traditionally been man. Animals that are unwell will try to hide their weakness when predators are around, and this can make things difficult if you're trying to identify sick or injured animals.
Before you actually enter the pen, it's always a good idea to stop outside the pen and have a quick look to see if there are any cattle that are off on their own or behaving differently. So we want to get that done before we disturb the pen in any way whatsoever. Once we're in the pen then, it's important to move through the cattle in a way that's in no way threatening to them so that they'll express their natural behaviour. We have to remember that cattle are prey animals and that if we scare them, particularly if they're sick, it's in their interests to try to hide from a potential predator. So we shouldn't present to them as a predator, we just want to get a good look at their behaviour. There's no particular pattern that you should adopt when moving through the pen. Your focus should be on the cattle, and if you move in such a way that it lets you inspect all the cattle in the pen, and if some are sitting down, resting, walk through them and actually get them to their feet so you can have a proper look at them. That's the important thing, not any particular pattern. Focus on the cattle.
Being a prey animal, the most effective tools cattle have to deal with a threat from a predator is strength in numbers and the ability to run away. The distance you can get from cattle before they flee is their flight zone. Flight zones can vary greatly depending on the amount of contact the cattle have had with humans and how they've been handled.
Well, in a feed yard, the flight zone is still there, but it's eliminated a hell of a lot because they're in a pen. But if you're out in the paddock, the flight zone could be a K away. And that's where a bit of a trap in feed yards is, because they're in a pen, we think we can go in and move them around without respecting their flight zone. And a flight zone is only an indicator of where you need to be to start working on those cattle. So if you ride into a pen and they're a bit flighty, well, that's where you start working them to work them down to get them so they go out. Even if it takes 10 minutes now, it's going to save some time somewhere. We get lulled into this false sense of security that they're actually seed feed trucks go past, their flight should be down. But if you go in there and don't respect that area and then reduce it down to no flight zone before you actually move them out, that flight's going to come out somewhere. And it could be at the induction shed, it could be at the tracking, it could be at the knockbox. They'll still express some form of flight, and flight is high adrenaline, it could be dark cutting cattle.